Alright folks, welcome to a episode of Deliverance. It's BraceDeville here, giving you a little bit of a test look at a game I've been playing recently called Kingdom Come Deliverance. And what it is a period piece game. Folks called White Horse Studios put this together. It is been pretty popular so far. It's been launched now for about 3 or 4 weeks. I got it at pre-ordered it because I've been waiting for this game. And what attracted me to this game was it's basically as open world as Skyrim is, which that was a huge appeal to that game. But instead of it being swords and sorcery, might and magic, dragons and mythical creatures, this is actually a more historical piece in that no magic, strictly swords and armor. What you have makes a difference. It's not a pay-to-win scenario. It is strictly find the best armor, train, learn how to use it. I think what maybe might be a good piece of advice, and everybody wants to know what that first 10 things I wish I knew before I started was you have to know that you're gonna suck at this game when you first start, because you just don't have the skill set to be an effective a character in the game. However, that does quickly evolve as you begin to progress through the game. Now I'm going to jump into a place where I've already been. I'm going to load what I've been doing, which is leveling our main hero Henry through his storyline. There are a boatload of side quests to do, things to kind of keep yourself busy that I think have really made the game so much fun to play, because it not only gives you extra additional things to do that take you away from the main story arc, but it also has an impact on how you are viewed throughout the game. So in other words, things you do actually impact how people foresee and perceive you and treat you, as it were. So I'm going to go ahead and load what I've got, and we'll just pick it up from there. Really pretty game. I love the eye candy involved with this game. Of course, it's built on the Crysis engine, so you should expect that. Look at that. I'm in my little room that I've in this particular town. I have a torch. As you can see, these guys are. The town is alive and already going on now. You can check to see what time it is by simply opening up your inventory, and there it is. It's 7:30 in the morning, basically. Way too early. But I want to get rid of that. I don't need to carry that torch. By the way, when you're carrying a torch, that makes you drop your shield. Unequip your shield, I should say. So I've got to turn in some. I was tasked with going to find some bandits.
Come to see us.
Good to see you. Now, I've been in this town quite a bit, and I've done some great things for it, so these people love me. For instance, when you see somebody that likes you, unlike this guy who's clearly a dick. See, this guy likes me. He's got nothing to say to me. That's interesting. I do not want to pickpocket that guy. I think, actually, no, so I can mount and steal a horse. That would instantly send some bad karma my way. People would not like me as a result.
May the Lord watch over you, Henry.
See, people want people to look after me. Let's see what this guy says to me. Just cause. Nothing? Okay. People are being a little standoffish this morning. No big thing. What we're gonna do, we're gonna jump on our horse here, and this is an upgraded horse. You don't initially get a horse. You have to earn a horse, which I did, and then at some point you end up finding out where there's other breeders, horse ranches where you can purchase horses. They are not cheap, but they are not so priced out of the realm that you can't hope to get one. But the better the horse, the more stamina it has, the more carrying power it has. Note that the saddle also has a part to play in that. But I got to go talk to this guy and turn in let him know that I completed the task he had set out for me, which was to go to the band. Look at that countryside, man. It just looks amazing with the sun hitting it, just coming up. Very beautiful, just very beautiful. So let's jump down. Let's go talk to Sir Divish. That's Sir Robard, my bad.
God be with you.
And look, I dealt with the camp.
I've taken care of that camp.
Have you brought me proof?
Here it is.
Good work. Well done.
And I got the Groshen
Some
is the
charcoal
coinage
burners
for
came here
this.
from the camp to the south. It seems there are humans camped there by the path, and they've been attacking folk in the area.
Look, immediately
Best
gives
go
me
and check it
another
Very well.
task.
I'll take a look there.
Now, while I'm fighting it, you know, the captain is the main target. However, he's never alone, so you've almost always got to take out 3-4 other camp people, which is not. It takes some doing. So, but when you do collect, when you do kill them and take them down, you can take an ear from them, which you automatically do. It shows them in your inventory once you loot them to hand over, and it's just a way to make some more money. A little barbaric sounding, but you know what? Hey, it is what it is. So
I have some trophies.
Show me. Good work. That's the way to deal with the scum.
not fans of the Groshen of the bandits. This guy. So now I could train with this guy if I had had my skill level high enough, but I've already maxed it out. Now, one thing I do want to call out right here is if you notice this guy's jacket he's wearing, it looks a little tattered and frayed, and that's because it is. As you progress through the game, as you play through the game, you have to constantly repair your armor, your weapons, your clothes, even your horses. Tack will all become tattered over time and lose its impact and effectiveness. So as you can see, like there's a little bit of rust forming around my face piece and across the top of the headgear. All of that is just part of the game beating up on your armor as it goes through, and I would assume that is in an attempt to try and simulate what happens over time if you're a real person back in this time period. So it's in the dialogue, and I think I've got a bunch of stuff I need to sell to try and make some room, because inventory management unfortunately is part of it. You definitely need to pay attention to that. So much like Skyrim, you can only carry so much. Your strength is your main contributor to how much you can carry. Your horse can carry stuff for you, which that's number 2. Things I wish I knew. Horse has place for inventory. In fact, carry a bunch of it. So I constantly am loading. I love this character model. It's so good. Look at that stone behind him, and the castle wall too looks just amazing.
Jesus, look where you're going.
Nah, that guy ran into me and he's giving me shit. I think that's hysterical. So, let's see. As I said before, inventory is everything. So currently I can carry 161 pounds of stuff. A lot of that is going to be my armor. If you look at my armor, everything has a weight to it. So those wear 9 pounds. The ring I'm wearing does not wear anything. Or doesn't cost anything. There's a pound, there's 3 pounds. It just adds up really quickly as you're going through it. And as you can see, this hauberk, which I'm not sure how to pronounce it, I'm probably just butchered the living crap out of that, is one of the heaviest things I have to wear. It's 14 pounds, including this thing that is all beat to death, which was this jacket I was talking about. Underneath this jacket, I should say, is a dark Saxon gambeson. Currently, the health of this thing is 0, so it's completely worthless. 10 pounds of stuff I'm carrying around that has no armor value whatsoever. I just need to find a clothier and get that repaired. I am currently holding about 10k in Groshen, which took me a decent amount of time to get. It's not. You start off by getting 5, 25, 20, 10. Bandits will have 3 or 4 Groshen, depending on what you get. It's all about the inventory, and what happens is, and as you can look across the top here, so there's my inventory. I can look at my player stats right here, which it looks like I've got a point I can grab here. What do I want here? So Mule 3, I believe, is going to be, look at that, I can carry 25 more pounds. Head Cracker is, you have a 10% greater chance of knocking somebody out. Boar means I can deplete an enemy's health and stamina by bumping into him on a sprint. Okay. And Gravedigger, carrying a dead or unconscious body won't cost you any of that. Yeah, I don't care about that. Your attacks cause 20% greater damage but cost you 10% more stamina. Applies only to weapons that require strength to wield. 20% more attack. It takes 10% of my stamina to keep up with that. Stamina is kind of a big deal in this thing because you pretty much get 3 or 4 swings before you need to kind of hang tight and let the... However, do I want more carry weight? I think I'm going to take that. I'm going to take the 20% wheel because as I go back to, well, let's see here. I got sword. I got an upgrade point in sword. I want sword. Now these are my combos that I'm completely ass at. By the way, I cannot seem to make this work. I'm much better with my bow than I am with my sword. I just know how to poke a lot of people. I just poke. I'm good at that. But as it comes to one of the mechanics of this game is that it's got a wheel with sort of 6 or 7 points on it, and what that does is indicate points on the body of your opponent. When one of them light up red, I believe that's the area which they're open to, and you're supposed to swing to it. You actually have to aim your mouse and your positioning of how you're standing in front of them to be able to accomplish that feat. I have not mastered that whatsoever. So, but we have an extra point to spend here. What I want to spend it on, slash stab stab. That's after deflecting. Stab slash lash. Following a feint from the right. Attack repeatedly from various sides to confuse the opponent. This is kind of important. So slash slash slash. So you can see this 5. It's actually 5 points now that I'm looking at it. Here is the red point that says where to attack. Then so on the right side, then from the bottom, and then back to the right. I kind of like that one, if I'm honest. Slash slash stab stab. That's not a bad one. The third wonder of sword fighting is slash. That will not defeat your opponent, but will make it more difficult for him to continue. The double stab. Slash slash stab stab. I kind of like that also. After a quick flurry of thrust, twist the opponent forward, guiding the opponent's weapon sideways, then twin quick strikes. So I think after a few misleading strikes, suddenly slash at the wrist. Yeah, I think this is the one we're going to go for because it kind of makes sense to me. It's all the same thing, slash slash slash. It's just from the different angles. Left, right, left bottom, left right again. So we did that. That's what we got. Now it looks like I got a skill point here as well. Looks like I've got a couple of them. So maintenance, remember I'm telling you, you got to constantly be fixing your order. This one is, let's see, 7 mile boots. If you're wearing boots, you repair yourself. Sprinting will cost you 20. I don't give a crap about that. Every item of clothing you're wearing that you've repaired, I don't care about that. A weapon you sharpen yourself, I don't care about that. A weapon you've sharpened yourself causes 15% greater damage to your opponent's armor and equipment. That's actually not bad, however. So I really don't care about that one. I almost hate to take this because I'll probably do none of this. So far I have not sharpened a weapon. Okay, and I got one more I can pick here. I got another point, which is pretty awesome. Which is from reading, by the way. That's actually something you have to learn in the game. The first time I tried to open a book and read it and had not gone through the steps to learn how to read, it was just a bunch of garbled nothing. I couldn't make it. I thought, you know what, maybe I can make heads or tails of this just by sort of puzzling it out. Absolutely no way to do it. So you're going to have to take on the quest. So in the flow, what is in the flow? When reading, you will get tired and hungry twice as slowly as normal. First time you look at a fresco, cross, or a wayside shrine, your charisma will be temporarily increased by 2. That's interesting. Your level of study of the book you've read most of will advance automatically while sleeping or skipping time. If you're sitting comfortably, you get double rating bonus. I think that's the one we'll get. Double rating bonus. I like it. I don't think I have any more. I do not. Let's close this up because they just... So, horsemanship, that's the one that I've excelled at the most because you ride your horse really everywhere. Alrighty then, so horse. My horse can hold 452 pounds of stuff, and he currently has 344 pounds of stuff, which means I need to sell some stuff. I also kind of need to repair up some stuff. So let's get out of here. Let's see if the local trader dude has any money, because I bled him out of money last time I was here. And they don't consistently have money to help you out with. Here's an interesting thing. I happen to know there's a trader right here, because I can actually kind of watch myself, and the reason that's of value is because, dudes.
Jesus, look where you're going. Hey,
okay, we'll just jump over. It's no big thing. See, these guys are watching themselves up. But believe it or not, the way people perceive you in town has something to do with whether or not your appearance is actually. So that's an actual contributor to this thing. So whether or not you're clean and how you smell, there's all of that plays a part, which I find to be pretty immersive. So let's see if this trader's got any money.
I'm at your service, Sir Knight.
Can we trade?
If you've got the coin.
He's got 1,000 coins, okay? So let's see what we got here. So I can sell this axe. You do that by putting it in the basket, and I got 2 of them, so I'm going to put both of them in there. And as far as armor goes, I always like to look and see what I have equipped, okay? Oh, actually, I'm trying to, let's get that back out. I guess it would probably be helpful if I tried to sell stuff as opposed to buy stuff. So weapons, that sword is amazing, by the way. I found that in the middle of a woods wrap that was in just this random tree out there by a place I was doing a quest by, and it required lockpicking, so I had to actually go and train up my lockpicking to get it high enough where I could go and get into this. And it's got what is literally like an amazing, it's the most amazing sword I've seen in the game. It had some other stuff too, including some money, but mostly that piece, which was pretty amazing. So anyway, what I was saying about when I'm selling stuff, I like to see what I have. This little icon indicates that it's currently equipped. So I look to see what I have that's not currently equipped, that I'm not using, and those things I like to get rid of. Now in this case, I want to get rid of some of this stuff because I'm not going to use it. I usually just, there's food available, so I usually don't have to worry about any of that. Very rarely do I have to worry about any of that. So if I want to add it to the basket, I just hit E. In this case, this stuff is all 100. The smoked sausage, we'll get rid of that. These apples, we'll get rid of that. All 3 of those will be fine. E. And I don't need this drinking water. So I just wanted to put some stuff in the basket. I just want to give you a quick look at how this stuff works. Now, currently this guy is saying to me, I'll get 3.8 groschen for the stuff that I got in the basket. What I like to do is haggle with this dude. And this is number 3 of the things that I wish
about the price.
I had known before I started working, before I started
All
playing.
right, so.
Haggling is important. You've got a timer on it. This doesn't start until you submit your first offer. Now the trick to it is you use your arrow keys on your keyboard to go up and down to offer less money in this case, because he owes us money, so I want him to give me more. So what I always do is I usually do this in 3 phases. I usually do the first offer, which is about half of what he's offering me. So I lower that bar by about half. And then he'll say negative, or she'll say no, not going to do that. I then raise it one click, do it again, and they'll tell me they're almost there. That's almost perfect, and one more click will usually get it. So as I did, so it takes 3 turns, but that's the maximum. That's the best way to maximize your profit in this game. Now I just wanted to show you a quick, this is how it works kind of thing. So look, I'm currently interesting. Trader doesn't have enough money, so I'm going to go ahead and make him. I don't understand why he won't trade with me. That's interesting. Trader doesn't have enough money to pay. Not sure why that is. So what I'm going to do is, because that feels like a glitch, is I'm just going to escape out of that. I escape out of that by holding the escape button. And I'm going to open up my horse's inventory. Yeah, I know he's got 1,000. So I'm go to the horse. And let's see what he's got in here. So some of these shields, we'll go ahead and move those over. X to move it over, X to move it over. I got 2 of those, so we'll go ahead and both of them over. I want to get some of these heavier things. Move both of those. And what else do we got here? That he won't be able to afford, so we'll just leave that alone. Get that, and you can always see where you're at in the basket by once you got it on there. But I'm going to go ahead and, well, he won't be able to afford that, so I'm going to go ahead and do this because that's 16 pounds, 64 pounds, or groschen. I could say pounds. I'm not even from Europe or England, and I'm calling it pounds. All right, so that should be enough to get me started, right? Because I'm going to make him do that. So click out of that. Talk to the guy again. Yo, what up, dude? Let's do some trading.
Can we trade?
He says, you know,
If you've
you
got the
brought a little
coin.
money, come on with it. I'm going to say straight. Let's go straight to the sell tab. And let's go to the weapons tab. Again, now, you can filter by clicking on what you want to filter by. In this case, I want to see what I've got equipped to make sure I don't sell any of that stuff, right? That's important. So I'm going to add that to the basket. I'm going to add that to the basket. I'm going to put both of those swords in that basket. Yes. I want to keep the torch. So both of these shields, yes. And that shield, yes. Now let me go to armor. Now I've already got it filtered that way, so I'll just scroll down to where I don't have it. We'll go, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. And 3 boots. Feel like I'm missing something here. Could have swore I had. Let me check the basket. Oh no, I already put it in there. Okay, the cumin harvest. The cumin, by the way, are the guys that are sort of raising hell in this game. So, all right, so now we're going to go ahead and check the basket, and let's haggle, which is to hold down the X button until the circle fills up. Haggles.
Can we do
are-
something about the price?
Can I do something about the price?
Well,
he's always skeptical.
we can try
but
it.
You know what? I can convince him. Not a problem. Currently, he wants to give me 570 coins. Remember, I said, "Wow, it's weird that it doesn't want me to." Does not want me to lower the price.
Here you are, with a little top
That
up.
was almost like he was
Thanks
non-negotiable.
1,000 times.
It's really weird. I feel like I didn't get anything out of that. That's bizarre. Anyway, now if I want to look at again, so things I wanted to know beforehand. So I want to look and see where I'm at on quests. I got all these things in here. This is the main storyline. These side quests are ones that I like to do. I'm supposed to. I've started courting the lady who's she's a central part of the storyline for me, not necessarily for the story itself. But I need to go see her. I need to go see her at about noon. And I'll do that and continue. That's going to be what I'm doing next. I'm going to uncheck this so I can make sure I can handle that piece of it. And what'll happen is now when I hit the map button M, I can scroll out and I can see where she is on the map. That's where that other camp is that I need to go and get the new guys. I need to go all the way over here. Now, fortunately, these are fast travels. Once you find a place, because it takes so long to move around, these fast travel keys are like a lifesaver. You may get accosted on the road, which is kind of unfortunate, but as you're traveling, you don't really have any control over it until you get accosted. Most of the time, you can avoid that, but look at the light and this water shining up on that. It's just amazing, right? So, again, look at that. Look at that eye candy. It is so gorgeous, and because my computer is decent, I don't have to use low settings that keep me from, where it has to fill in the distance to get to that. This little bit thin camp to the right, or what they call a bathhouse. Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. It's a place you can go and get a bath or, if you care to, some companionship. Just part of the game, man. Not something I'm into. It's just one of those things. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and fast travel to this other location that I want to, because I want to go see this girl. I want to get there by noon. She's at the Rete Mill, and yes, I want a fast track. So as you can see, now the trick is I need to be there by noon. Otherwise, I have to wait another day. She decides it's too late in the day to go do anything. That is unfortunate. My little guy looks like a yard gnome, which I think is hysterical. Now I've been attacked on the road. I'm going to go ahead and avoid that because I'm shooting the viz. So I want to evade that. They are desperately trying to get me into a fight, which I'm not into at the moment. Not sure what the X is for, but awesome. Get past the Dutchko, go across the bridge. Crazy, right? I love the little garden gnome icon. He's just tootling along, doing his thing. Now here I am, and I made it. It's afternoon, so she's gonna say it's too late in the day. You watch. I've done this already. It's so frustrating. Too late in the day. It's never too late in the day. She's just fussy. Alright, so I need to go see her. Where's she at? Another daughter. And it's raining, so it's kind of a crap day. Make sure I wash up because I don't want these still clean. Okay, she might be in here cooking. Like I said, there's food available all the time, so if I'm hungry, I can eat there. Hey, where you going? Come back. I don't want to go downstairs. I want to talk to you. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? She bailed. I gotta go outside and find her. Oh, she's sweeping in the rain, which that doesn't make any sense. But look, ground is wet. She's out here sweeping. Somebody explain that to me. Teresa. Let's see if you want to get into something.
Would you like to get up to some more mischief? It was fun the last time.
I got my butt kicked, by the
Yes,
way.
it was. I'm a bit surprised you
Well,
got
I won
so
the fight
too.
eventually, but I got
Although a
black eye
girl
and some
doesn't
more
get a
stuff.
chance to tend the wounds of a gallant defender every day.
It's quite late to be going out somewhere just now.
Quite late,
Will you come
she says.
tomorrow?
Will I come tomorrow? I've come like 3 days in a row to ask her out, and she's told me every day. I think she's starting to play me now, which is fine. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this one here now. So thanks so much for watching. Remember, gamers never get old, and I promise you it's going to be fun.